Hi everyone, this is a brief lecture to go over some APA issues I'm finding and to try to help you get your APA to be perfect. First, I need to stop seeing quotations on your checkpoints. There are no quotations in the class that are acceptable. Everything should be in your own words. In reality, it should be cited but not quoted. Um, Almost nothing in APA is quotable. The two reasons you would quote something: one, what is being said is unique to that author, which is almost never going to happen. And two, the length of what you're writing is quotable. Since you should be doing bullet points and putting things in your own words, then nothing is quotable for the course. You will cite it, but you will not quote it. Reference list issues, there are 3 items. One is the hanging indent, which is shown below. The second is that your list should be alphabetical by the last name of the first author. That's not shown below because I just have one example in each area. And the format of what it should look like is below. A key issue, whether you're doing articles or web pages, and this will be over 90% of what you use, the order in which things are listed is the same. It's always author, year, name of the item you used, the name of where you got it, and a way to get to that item. And we're going to look at what's different, but the order is the same. So in articles, it's the author, year, the name of the item in sentence case. Sentence case means the only letters that are uppercased are those that would be uppercased in a sentence. So here, the first word and the word after a colon, those are uppercased. Names would be uppercased also, but you're using sentence case, so only uppercase the words that you would uppercase in a sentence. Then you have the name of the journal with mostly uppercase words. The name of the journal and the volume are italicized. The number and the pages are not italicized, and at the end there should be a DOI or link. For all of these, this is true. You must have a DOI or link to accompany all of your reference list items so the reader, in this case me, can read the article or the item if needed. If you put in links or DOIs that don't exist, it appears to be an academic integrity issue, and that will be addressed if that happens. So here is an example of what it would look like: last name, first initial, year, then the name of the article and sentence case, the name of the journal, italicized, number of pages, and then a link. In some cases, you will not have a volume and number and pages, but you will have at least one, usually 2. I want you to note that there are initials for first names, not names. That is, APA made that decision because still today, if people see an article written by a man and an article written by a woman on the same topic, they still choose to read the man's article. So to eliminate that bias, no first names, just initials. The next example here is what web pages or eDocs look like. Exact same order, but what is italicized is different. So you still have the author, year, the name of the item in sentence case, italicized, and the name of the source, not italicized, with uppercase words. Then the link. Here's an example. If the item above were a web page, it would look like this. The name of the item, italicized in sentence case, where you retrieved it, and then the link. Sometimes an organization is the author. If that's the case, then it looks like this: the name of the organization, date, then the name of the item, name of the source, and a link. Note that organizations do not have first and last names. It's just the name of the organization. Sometimes, rarely, there is no date. If there's no date, it looks like this. However, often the copyright date is at the bottom of the page. If it actually is a no date, you must have the name of the item, where you got it, and then it should say retrieved on the date you retrieved it and from the link where you got it. Sometimes you will have an author and date that's the same. For example, You could have two items from the Centers for Disease Control from 2023. You must delineate them as 2023A and 2023B so that the person who's reading the material knows what article or what source they should look at if they have questions. And finally, the idea that there is no author. Having no author should almost never occur. In APA, the question is asked, why are you using something that does not have an author? If you are using something that doesn't have an author, which does happen in rare cases, you need to look up how to cite something without an author. But if there's an organization author, that is an author. If you have questions, please make sure you reach out. After going over all of this, I am hopeful that your APA by the end of the semester will be perfect or nearly perfect.